how long did it take to prepare for the DVD recording of the Act 1 show?
All together, I made up my mind that I want to do this release, like 1 year earlier. Since I visited this beautiful theater of Teatro Círculo here in Rosario, Argentina, in March 2011, and I totally fell in love with the theater. It's such a beautiful place, and I thought at a time that if I ever make a DVD, I want to film it there. And actually, I talked with the theater people at the time already about it, and so we kind of agreed about it already. But all together, all in all, with all the shows and many shows that we did, I was really already like December last year finishing the set list for the DVD, and then again we were touring 3 months with the band, preparing all the songs. I wanted to do it that way so that they could be written and stuff like that, and so of course everybody was nervous anyway. but everything went really smoothly, and after March 2012, when we were recording it, I had been really working very hard daily for the release and in a product, video edits and all the artwork and everything, the sound, mixing of the sound, and all that took me months and months. So finally in July this year, I got everything ready for the release.
That was very cool. I think
very intense.
Yeah,
very intense.
Yeah, like I've seen it, and I thought it was I thought the DVD looked amazing, and I really love the energy you guys put into the show. Everybody looks like pure joy on that stage.
Yeah, and it is really like that. You know how grateful I am that I've been able to find these great musicians and working with them already for several years. Many of them have been since the very beginning of my solo career with me, and so it's even though they are session musicians, we really feel like they are part of a band, and the atmosphere is really nice. And I mean, I'm really happy nowadays on my solo career in a way that it has given me enormous freedom to do what I want, how I want, and with who I want. And so this DVD is very important for me because as a first live release, it really shows the aspects where I am at the moment in my career, and I hope people can really see that joy, as you said, through that DVD, and because it's really real.
Yeah, I mean, with people like Doug and Mike in the band, in your band, it's like, for me, I was just excited on the level of talent you had in there. I was excited to see what you were going to do with your solo career, and when I found out those guys were part of it, it made me more excited to hear it even more.
Yeah, thank you. They are really, and these guys are not only as musicians, they are amazing people. They are really great personalities, and we are really getting along together very fine. And I'm really missing these guys when they are not with me. They are busy on their own, and I'm just looking forward to start organizing my next tours with the new album. To get along, to hang out with these guys again.
Yeah. So, is it? I guess when you work on the new record and everything, do you write separately, or does you bring it to them, or do you write all collectively? You write it all together.
I write music. When I write music, I rather write on my own. I am writing with my piano, or I have a small keyboard and a computer. I do it whenever I feel it's comfortable for me. Environment that is quiet, whether it's at home or near some beautiful beach or water, ocean, And then I do that also. I write with several people that I've already get to know, during the process of my solo career since 2007. So I write with some of these writers, and we meet in wherever the hell we want to meet to have a good time, to have a good atmosphere. That is very important. But mainly everything that is on my album, they are my stories, they are my wishes, they are my dreams, they are everything to do with me, what I am today, what I feel today. And so then I present these, I put up them I make the demos, from the songs, and then I present it for the musicians. And that's the process how it goes. Really, it's a really long process. Like it took me for last studio album, it took me 2 years, and for the third one that I'm now producing at the moment, it took me again 2 years time to come up with all the songs.
So like you find your influences basically anywhere.
Basically anywhere, yeah, that's right. Yes.
So I'm guessing Into the Sun and Never Enough will be included on the new record.
No, they will be, but you know how I have produced them very differently. Actually, Into the Sun is pretty much the same. It has beautiful orchestral parts, like more massive orchestra in it, but from the live version. But and some vocal parts I've completely done arrangements differently. But then again, Never Enough is completely different. It's way more heavier actually in the studio album. So I think people will be quite surprised about it. It's just fun to be able to do, you know, these kind of different productions and go away from the live versions. I like it very much.
Are there any new covers included on the new record?
Well, there are, but unfortunately I can't tell you too much about them yet. I can't reveal you what I'm doing, but a pretty different style this time. Not an 80s song, so but again, male vocal. I can say that it's again a song from a male artist. So I'm again exploring some weird stuff in my new album, but I have a lots of new material, and we have recorded already drums, bass, and guitars for the new album, and it sounds pretty good. I'm really happy about it.
I don't mind the surprise. I'll wait like everybody else.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's like that. Yeah.
No problem. You said earlier when you mentioned about you were putting the set list together for Act 1. Was there any song that you just didn't have enough room to put on there? Did anything get left off that you wish you could have included?
Not actually, it's the opposite. There are plenty of songs because I wanted both of my studio albums, my Winter Storm and What Lies Beneath, to be well presented on the first live release, of course, and I wanted to have as many songs as possible for the release, and that's why we recorded also 2 concerts, and those 2 concerts were their set lists were quite different from each other, so some fans that visited both of the concerts, they saw 2 complete different shows, and for them it was really a lot of fun, but I wanted to do it like that. I wanted to have plenty of material where to choose from, but actually we put everything on the record, what was played live, and everything is actually live, so nothing has been overdubbed or recorded afterwards, so all the errors and all the mistakes that I am doing as well as the musicians are doing, you know, they're there. So, but it's very real. I think that I really do hate when bands go back to studio to re-record their live albums. It's not real, you know, and so I wanted to do it quite the opposite.
Yeah, I noticed that like during the end, I guess like they turned the vocal down for a minute when you were near the end of, I believe, the second DVD where you were like thanking the crowd, and it's like, oh, that's nice that they like left little things like that straight live.
Yes.
It was nice that it was left in.
Yes, exactly.
So let's see, what else do we have coming up? How is the Horus project? How's that going along?
Horus one? Well, that's my classical project, and we are gonna make some shows now in the end of the year again in Finland. I will have actually other kind of Christmas concerts also in Germany. I have 15 concerts coming up in the end of the year, and I'm very excited about them. Horus project that I really wanna make it, you know, bigger in a way that these musicians are very, very busy on their own, so we hardly ever meet each other. We meet once in a year, so I want really to establish the project in a way that I want to write new songs, basically because it's based on classical music, so it will be more demanding for me from all the other musicians to be involved in songwriting and stuff like that. But I really want to make a studio album one day with Horus, and since we've been working together since 2006, and it's a lot of fun. Every time we meet each other, we make music. It's based a lot in the improvisation. You know, they play and whatever comes in mind and in spirit, and the emotions, involved are the most important thing in this project. That I feel that I am, when I sing with these guys, it's like I'm flying in the air, I'm like a bird. It's such a funny feeling to not to know what to expect, from my musicians, what is there to happen, and I love that kind of suspense in a way when it comes to music.
So I guess it's a it's a bit different than the Beauty and the Beat.
Yes, it is. Beauty and the Beat is a project again with Mike Tarja. Mike and me, we played a concert under that title in Bulgaria 1 year ago, and it was a huge success. We did it in a beautiful amphitheater for over 4,000 people, and purely classical music performed with the symphonic orchestra, choir, Mike on drums, and me singing, and it was such a fun. I mean, we want to explore that project, and we are planning now. There are some shows already being booked for April, May next year for a world tour with this Beauty and the Beats. So I really hope that we could also go to US with this project, because it's really entertaining and it's a lot of fun, and it's completely different that people can really see every day. I mean, Mike Tarja in drums and with symphonic orchestra and choir playing live, it's fantastic.
Are there plans to film those two shows? I saw the two shows in April are in the Czech Republic, I believe?
Yes, there are now two shows in Czech Republic, and we are booking shows. There will be shows in many other European countries and also in South America, and hopefully in US. That would be lovely.
You haven't been to the States yet with your solo career. Are there hopefully plans with the new record to make it over here?
That is my biggest wish. Seriously, it's my biggest wish, and I have lots of fans in US, and since I've been checking all the most of the people that are following me on internet, for example, are from USA, and it's incredible the amount of support and love that I'm getting from my fans from USA. So yes, definitely, it's me that is willing to go, but it's the promoters that they need to bring me along, bring me there, and that is the hardest part, to get to someone that really wants to bring me there, and that is a big fight that I have been really working very hard for it to happen one day. So I really do hope, and I really do dream about coming to tour to US with my new album, definitely.
Yeah, or else I'm going to have to get a passport.
Oh, that I do have.
Yeah, I need to get one of those myself, because there's so many artists like yourself.
Oh yeah, you must.
Yeah, there's so many artists like yourself that haven't been able to come to America in a very long time, that it's easier for me just to get on a plane and go over there to see a show over there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sometimes maybe that's the way to go,
Yeah, it's in the works. I'm hoping for next summer I could come out for like a week or two and just explore.
Okay, cool.
So how do you? So I know you relocated to Argentina. How different is it? I guess, how is the music scene there versus in Finland?
It's very different, actually. The common thing that is common for these two countries is the melancholy that is really common in people. They are quite quiet people, these Argentinians, even though they are way more open than Finnish people, in a way that the culture is so much more open-minded in a way. But the thing is that music is, people are very enthusiastic. They're very, if they love something, they really show their feelings openly. And so music is, as it is emotion, they really go hard for music. They really work hard to get their dreams come true. But you know how it is in a country like Argentina, is way more harder to really get your dreams come true, because here music is seen as, if a young kid starts playing a violin, for example, parents are saying, but yeah, you cannot have a career with that. You can just play it as a hobby, but you need to read another career, But in Finland, it's completely the opposite. Almost every kid in families, plays something and can get a profession out of it, and people are supporting, the families are supporting, parents are supportive, as it happened with me. My parents, when they saw my talent in music, they immediately listen to me and listen to my wishes, and as I wanted to start studying music, they were in it, and they were always supporting, never saying that, oh, you should learn another career because this won't make you enough money to live in. But Argentina is, there are many talented musicians here, lots of good music down here, but not too many people can really make a living out of it, and that's the hardest part.
I'm in New York City, so like a lot of parents, a lot of people out here, like, you know, growing up, a lot of my friends' parents were like, you can't play music for a career, go do something else, you know.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And it's getting harder and harder, you know, how it is in music business nowadays, that the records are not selling anymore, and it's harder to find the product. If you still like one band, it's hard for you even to get the CD in your hands anymore because it's not even available, or you just can't find it anywhere. There are no record stores anymore, so everything is whether downloading or it's very, very digital. So we as artists, we also have needed to find a new ways to really put our products available for people, and using all the tools that are in hands nowadays. So it's getting tough.
I mean, I think you guys are doing, from the looks I've seen around, you guys have done very. You guys are very much in touch with your fan base, and you know with some stuff you have on YouTube and everything, and you know you're always making yourself available. And I think for a lot of fans that like us Americans that don't get to see you as often as the rest of the world, you know, I think it's very good to show that, you know, hey, we haven't forgotten about you guys. We still care. We're still trying to get to you. It's just nice.
Yes, actually, yeah. That's right, and what they said about this concert that I filmed in Rosario, which is not even the capital of the country, so they were really amazed that I chose that location for my DVD. People really appreciate the fact that an international artist is coming somewhere else than only the capital, and then making one concert and leaving. But this is a product that is available, and it's an eternal, and it's something to remember, and it's nicer to, you know, for me it's very important, the relationship with my fans, to really make a contact, keep in touch. It's very, very important because it's the fact that there wouldn't be me, there won't be those people there. So that's the reality. Yeah.
It was always nice to, like, for me, I enjoyed seeing like the support that you got when you and your former band split. It was nice to see that people, you know, were just supportive regardless. You know, I was a little worried, like, man, is she gonna, you know, like a lot of people, like, is she gonna do, like, go back and just do like opera classical music? And you did with your first solo record, you know, which I can't pronounce because I don't speak Finnish, so I'm not gonna try to pronounce that.
No problem.
But I heard it. I got my hands on it, and I enjoyed it. And I just thought, you know, it's different, but it's a very relaxed. It's a nice record that you can have on to like keep you like calm, and it's a very calming record.
Yes, it is, and it's well, of course, it was a kind of I don't even consider that as part of my solo records in a way that it's nothing to do with rock, but it's definitely a Christmas-orientated album, and since I love Christmas, and I have been always. It's becoming like a tradition for me already to have these shows in the end of the year in Europe, and I love that kind of mood because it's a tradition for Finland that many artists are making Christmas concerts, and all the churches are booked. They are booking churches seriously to do concerts in churches, and there are concerts for every night. So families are having a tradition in Finland that they choose. Okay, if you like one artist, they choose to see that one artist and. Before Christmas, you know, to get the Christmas mood. And I wanted to do that record because I kind of, I always felt for it, and I could also bring along a little bit of the love of my, to my classical music and my background in classical music.
So for people who aren't really familiar with you, where did you get your start from? Like, where did you get your, your training in music? What got you interested in wanting to sing?
Well, I've been studying music since I was 6. I started with private lessons, piano lessons, and then I got into music school. Like when I was around 10 years old, I got into that, and then because it was a small town where I was living, so I needed to get away in a way that I wanted always to study music, and there were no possibilities for me to continue, so I was already moving away. When I was 15, I left home. I rented an apartment in another city. I was a very young girl, but very independent. I got to the music college in Finland, and after the college, I got to university. And after 4 or 5 years in a music university, I already started singing with Nightwish at the time, and my voice has radically changed into more operatic because I was already studying classical singing seriously. And so after the Finnish university studies, I moved to Germany, and the band was huge at the time already. We were making a really big tours, but I somehow managed to combine, my studies with the career in the band because I felt that I really needed to make progress as a classical lyrical singer because it helped me to sing rock or metal better, and my voice became more flexible for it. And I never got any advice from my singing teachers how to sing along with the band's music. Absolutely not. I was always very alone with it in a way that I needed to find my own way to sing along in a songs of Nightwish. And it was definitely very hard the first 4 years, I think, in a band. It was definitely very hard for me to feel comfortable with my voice, and because I was so focused in classical singing, so it was not easy. But then I found out that it's absolutely amazing when the freedom came, and I started to feel that I'm more strong and I am capable in doing what I do, and so it was amazing actually. And now I still keep on doing the same thing. I finished my university studies, and I still have a teacher here in Buenos Aires. I'm taking particular lessons with her time to time, and it's very vital for me to keep on doing progress as a classical singer, because then again I feel that I'm able to do quite many things with my voice, and so it's a pure pleasure.
I believe I heard somewhere that you're also teaching. How does it feel to be a teacher?
Oh, it's very different. I don't know if I'm a good or bad teacher. You should ask from my students about it. But it's very different, the whole process. But I enjoy it very much because I really learn a lot from my students. Every one of us, we have our problems. I have my problems also, vocal problems, and so everybody is fighting against some kind of problems. And so it's wonderful when I can help somebody, and I can see the progress in my students. It's amazing. I just yesterday talked with some of my students I met. I had here a radio interview, very important radio interview, and so I met some of my fans outside, and there were some of my students even among the fans. So I was just saying to them that that we can continue keeping these lessons, because I really enjoy doing that. So they were very happy in hearing that.
Yeah, cool. So okay, let's get ready. I guess we're gonna have to get ready to wrap this up. So you've almost finished with you have most of the new record done, and I guess this is like your downtime at home. How long do you get to stay at home this time before you have to hit the road?
Well, next time I am having a tour. It's in the end of November. I need to fly to Germany. I start making concerts there, and then back to Finland in December, and then it's a Christmas time where I'm going to come back home to Argentina. But I'm producing the album, until the end of the year. I will be producing the album. Now we are recording keyboards at the time, and I'm recording some demo vocals for some of the songs at the moment at home. And then next thing is that in January I start recording seriously my own vocals for the record, and then the symphonic orchestra choirs will be recorded, and I will be flying back to LA to work on the arrangements and stuff for those orchestral parts. And hopefully, if everything goes right, I can get the record ready before May, with all this mixing and everything. That I'm going to again mix with Tim Palmer, who is based in Austin, Texas, and I'm gonna fly over there to work with him on the record. It will take some couple of weeks to work and finish everything, and so I don't know. Let's see if I can get everything ready in time, so the release hopefully could happen around August, September next year.
Awesome, and it's the same lineup of musicians.
Same musicians, yes. Same musicians and some guest musicians playing some oriental instruments and some weird stuff that is gonna happen there. Some very weird noises around, but it's been wonderful to really look for some really strange instruments this time for the album. So there are some really special musicians taking part of the album.
Cool. Oh, I thank you for all your time. And it's been very educational.